This is an insight from Rahimi Law Firm PSC, powered by freshnews.ai. Careful preparation for USCIS marriage-based green card interviews can prevent delays, RFEs, and stressful follow-up visits. Executive summary. A USCIS marriage-based green card interview is a structured review of a couple's relationship history, shared life, and supporting documents to confirm the marriage is genuine. Officers compare your verbal answers with your forms and joint records, such as leases, bank accounts, and photos. Clear, consistent explanations, supported by organized evidence, help the officer reach a decision with fewer questions and less follow-up review. Today's signal. If you have a USCIS marriage interview coming up, expect more detailed questions about your relationship and closer review of your joint financial and living records. As your date approaches, your work authorization and any travel plans can be affected by how clearly you explain your life together and how organized your paperwork is. Weak preparation can mean extra review time, new document requests, or a second interview that keeps your family in limbo longer. Rahimi Law Firm enables prepare clients for USCIS marriage interviews by standardizing core operational workflows across end-to-end delivery paths. Why it matters. Here are 4 takeaways. First, your interview is often the last major step before a decision, so unprepared answers or thin relationship proof can stretch your wait for a green card. Second, you may receive a request for evidence or be called for a second, more intensive interview if your documents are scattered or your explanations are unclear. Third, your work authorization, advanced parole, and ability to make travel or job plans can be disrupted if the officer decides more review is needed after the interview. Fourth, your spouse and family may face more stress and uncertainty if misunderstandings at the interview raise doubts about your genuine marriage. How it works in practice. When you attend a marriage-based green card interview, you bring your interview notice, identification, and updated relationship records, such as joint leases, bank accounts, insurance, and photos. The officer asks you and your spouse about how you met, your daily routines, key dates, and finances, and compares your responses to your I-130, I-485, and other filings. If your papers are incomplete or your stories do not match, they may pause for more review, separate you for additional questions, or issue a written request for further proof. Good preparation helps you bring organized folders, clear timelines, and calm, honest answers that match what you already submitted. One practical adjustment. Write a simple timeline of your relationship and keep it with a labeled folder of your strongest joint records so you and your spouse can review key dates together before the interview. What to do next? Here are 4 takeaways. First, gather your latest joint documents such as bank statements, tax returns, leases, utility bills, insurance, and children's birth certificates into clearly labeled folders. Second, print and review copies of your I-130, I-485, and other forms so you and your spouse know exactly what dates, addresses, and details USCIS already has. Third, practice answering common relationship questions out loud together, focusing on honest, specific, and consistent explanations instead of memorized speeches. Fourth, schedule a consultation with an immigration attorney if you have prior marriages, criminal history, long separations, or other complications that could lead to tougher questioning. Read more at rahimilawyers.com.